Olá, hello, oi. Meu nome é Edna, my name is Edna. Eu sou professora de português. I'm a Portuguese teacher. And today I'd like to show you how I work, what my lessons are like. So I'm gonna record a little video. So you will see that I won't do any cuts. I'm gonna here imagine that you're there sitting in front of your computer, having a lesson with me. And we're gonna see pretty much what my lessons are like. Tudo bem? The first thing we're going to do today is the useful phrases. We're gonna see the sentences that you could use when you're visiting a friend and they are like in a room and you want to join them and you just don't abre a porta, open the door and say, hey, cheguei. Hopefully not, né? Melhor não. Right, so você vai bater na porta, né? Knock on the door, bater na porta, abrir a porta, e aí o que você diz? And then what do you say? Vou compartilhar a minha tela. I'm gonna share here my screen so you can see. Certo? Assim, because I'm incredibly visual as a teacher. So, and I think that it helps my students as well if they can see. Prontos? Estão vendo? Então vamos lá. Nós vamos ver as primeiras expressões aqui. Peraí, ó. Eu vou pular a primeira página, né? Vamos pular isso. E nós vamos ver as frases úteis, né? Começamos com as frases úteis aqui. Então, the magic words. We should always use them. So imagine, for example, that you're walking down the street and there is this gentleman standing right in the middle of the way. O que você diz? What do you say? You don't say, sai! Não pode, né? So you can say, com licença, né? Hopefully he can move over and you keep going, you keep walking, certo? So what do we say? We say, com licença. Com licença. Certo? Tudo bem? Okay. Sim. Okay, so you need someone to help you and you need to say, please. Então, por favor. Por favor. Yeah, hopefully, I can help you. E depois, and then you say, you could use this next one to call someone's attention. You could ask this to apologize, use this to apologize. So you could say, oh, desculpe. Some people say desculpa. É a mesma coisa, it's the same. So you can say desculpe, desculpa, so fine. Tudo bem, certo? But wait, how do you write desculpa? I'm gonna show you here on these notes. There. You can write desculpa like this, desculpa. Né? So during sessions, I will usually share this screen, and as you see, we can have notes as well, and I will send my students all the notes you can have. Certo? Tudo bem até aí? So usually I say, tudo bem até aí, like this. Tudo bem até aí. So far so good. Tudo bem até aí? Certo? Muito bem, voltamos à nossa apresentação. Então, nós vimos até agora, com licença, né? Com licença, the person will move over and you keep walking. Or you could also use it like in the restaurant when you need to call for the waiter. Com licença, garçom. Com licença. Excuse me. Né? Com licença. Yeah, por favor. Please. Por favor. Ou, desculpe. I'm sorry, né? Desculpe. Né? Tá, tudo bem? Até aqui, tudo bem? Então, imagine que você precisa agradecer. Let's say, for example, you have to thank. So they did something nice to you, they helped you. So you're going to say obrigado. So if you are a man, you're going to say obrigado. And the ladies are going to say obrigada. So we spell with an O and say it with an O when it is said by a man. So if a man is speaking, he would say obrigado. But if it's a lady who is thanking, she's going to say obrigada. There's nothing wrong with it, except it is Portuguese. Certo? So your friend said obrigado, and you will reply de nada. De nada. You might hear that some of us will say imagina. The word is imagina, but people tend to say imagina. So that's how it's spoken most of the times, but we spell imagina. So we say imagina. It's like, oh, imagine that. You don't have to thank me. It's all good. Certo? So vamos recapitular. Let's recap. Com licença. Por favor. Desculpe. Obrigado. Obrigada. De nada. Obrigado. De nada. Certo? Tudo bem até aí? Perguntas? No seu caso, or in your case, guys, please to leave your questions, comments, or down below, I suppose, right? Leave your comments. Bom, vamos lá. E aí, em seguida, nós vemos aqui, né, as frases que nós já usamos, e vamos lá. O que você diz em cada uma destas situações? So, what would you say in each of these situations? So, it could be in a classroom, it could be because you are visiting a friend, você está visitando um amigo, então você, né, bate na porta, e aí your friend abre a porta, open the door, and you will ask permission to go inside. What do you say? You're probably going to say something like, posso entrar? Posso entrar? So you're asking permission to go inside, and you're using our very first verb conjugation there, posso. This verb it comes from this verb in the infinitive. So when we use it's in the present, presente do indicativo. When we use it in the present, it is conjugated like this. Eu posso, você pode, nós podemos e vocês podem. We know that você, ele, and ela has exactly the same conjugation. So you, he, or she have the same conjugation. I'm going to highlight everything here and put Portuguese language so it stops highlighting as if it was incorrect. No, it's not. Lá, pronto. Então, vocês podem. Então, you, he, she. Eu, você, nós, vocês. And that goes the same for the plurals. Eles and elas. Então, eu posso, né? Eu posso entrar. Eu posso entrar. Ou você pode entrar. She's probably gonna say, yeah, you may come in. Você pode entrar. Ele pode entrar. Ela pode entrar. Certo? If it's we who want to go inside, to enter the room, so we can say, nós podemos entrar. Can we? Né? Can we come in? Sim. Vocês podem. Yes, you can. Vocês podem entrar. You can come in. Oh, it doesn't need a question mark there. Certo? It's funny because I'm doing this pretty much in a different way that I usually do in my lessons, but it's not too far different to what you're doing. It's because it always depends on what the student is asking, how fast and how slow that is doing for the student. certo? But if you feel like the pace is good, please let me know. If you feel like we can go slower, mais devagar, me avisa. So let me know, certo? Deixa eu minimizar aqui o amiguinho, minimizing. So recapping, so you want to say, please, may I come in? You're going to say, por favor, posso entrar? Pode. Você pode entrar. Posso entrar? Pode. Certo? Now, you are visiting your friend, the conversation is lovely, but you were getting thirsty. Você precisa de água. Have you drunk enough water today? Já bebeu sua água hoje? Água, né? Então, so he's gonna ask, pode me dar copo de água? Pode me dar copo de água? So essentially, he's asking if his friend could give him a glass of water, right? Can you give me a glass of water? Né? Pode. Do you see how we are using exactly the same verb here? But because the first one, I'm asking a permission for me to do something. So I say, posso entrar? But then in the second, I'm asking if you could do something for me. So I said, pode me dar copo de água? Certo? Tudo bem? So let's read it again. Pode me dar copo de água? Pode me dar copo de água? You could use that version de água in a short way and say, instead of saying copo de água, you could say copo d'água. Então fica assim. So it is like this. Pode me dar copo d'água? Oops, wrong place. That's it. Pode me dar copo d'água? Certo? What if you already have the glass, the water with you? You could ask permission to like interrupt that little chat and drink your water. So, minuto, né? Minuto. Posso beber água? Posso beber água? Posso beber água? Certo? Vamos lá. Diminuindo. Right. Cool. Now you are in a lovely restaurant, having a great time with your friends in a churrascaria, barbecue restaurant. And then you need to go to the toilet, to the restroom. How do you ask directions? How do you ask where to find it? So you could say, onde fica o banheiro? Onde fica o banheiro? Né? And probably the waiter or your friend is going to say, por ali, por aqui, segue aquele corredor. So he's probably going to show you the directions. Certo? Vamos ler de novo. Onde fica o banheiro? Certo? Tudo bem até aí? So let's imagine now that you're having a lovely conversation, but then sometimes we just forget and start speaking too fast, right? Or whatever it was said to you, it wasn't clear enough. So you can always say, desculpe, não entendi. I didn't understand. Desculpe, não entendi. Or, como? Como? Né? You may notice that among us Brazilians, friends and family, we tend to do, quer? Quer? Be careful with that one. Just because it is very informal and it could be seen as rude if you're not friends, very close friends or family. They might feel like it is pretty much like in English when you say, what? Right? So try just to say, como? Como? Ou você pode acrescentar. Você pode dizer, pode repetir? Can you repeat? Pode repetir? Pode repetir? Sim, claro. So usually we say sim, claro, né? Yes, of course. Sim, claro. Ups, apertei o botãozinho errado. É aqui, pronto. Sim, claro. Certo? Tudo bem? Muito bem. So now let's say that you saw or you heard this new word in Portuguese. You don't quite understand what that word means. So you can say, o que significa? Né? O que significa? Let's say, for example, I used the word, I'm gonna find something here. Oh, that one we do. Então, imagine that I said caneta. Caneta, caneta. O que significa caneta, né? Vamos escrever, let's write this. O que significa caneta? And then I could translate, I could explain what you use, or could I just show you? Caneta, né? Caneta. Né? Caneta. Então, o que significa caneta? And then I showed you what it is. Now you know. Caneta, né? Caneta. Or sometimes when we hear the word caneta, when it is new for us, it tends to be quite hard to repeat sometimes. So it's like, what can I say to repeat, to replace the word caneta? In a case like this, then you find the word too difficult for you to repeat, but you still want to know the meaning. You can say, o que significa isso? It's pretty much like saying, what does it mean? Or what's the signification? What is the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? Isso. Certo? O que significa isso? Certo? Oh, by the way, when I say certo, it is this. And that means correct. Is that okay? Correct? All right. Muito bem. Próximo. Let's have a look. Então lá, o que significa? But what if it's the other way around? Like, let's say you know a word in English, like pen, not pen. And then you say, okay, I want to say pen, but I don't know how to say that. So you could always say, como se diz? Como se diz pen em português? Como se diz pen em português? Não é? Okay. Como se diz pen em português? And I will probably tell you, caneta. Caneta. Certo? Tudo bem? Muito bem. E tem mais uma. What if I say, oh, okay, cool, caneta. I want to write down this word, but how? So you can say, como se soletra? Como se soletra caneta, né? Vou por aqui. Por exemplo, como se soletra caneta? So essentially, you're asking me how to spell it, right? Como se soletra caneta? And then I will do it like this. C-A-N-E-T-A. Caneta, né? Caneta. Muito bem. You can say como se soletra, or you can say como se escreve caneta. Como se escreve caneta? Como se escreve caneta. Or como se escreve isso? So you essentially asking how do you write this? Because I want to take notes. How do you write this? Or como se soletra isso? Como se soletra isso? How do you spell it? How do you spell this word that you're saying? Como se soletra isso? C-A-N-E-T-A. certo? Tudo bem? Muito bem. Então vamos continuar. Aí nós temos lá uma interrogação. Interrogação, né? Então, interrogação. What if I needed to interrupt what my friend is telling me because I have a question to make? So I want to know of him if it is okay for me to make a question, né? So you're going to say, posso fazer uma pergunta? Posso fazer uma pergunta? Posso fazer uma pergunta? So, can I ask a question? Can I make a question? That's the idea. Okay. Claro! Pode. Yes, you can. Pode. Certo? Bom, em seguida, now we're going to have a look at what would you say? Let's say you're shopping for shoes. But the person who works in that shop is nowhere to be seen. Then you see that person right over there, the other side of the room. So you call his attention, say, com licença, por favor. You're asking for his attention for him, please. Right? And then you're asking him to help you. I'm looking. There. Pode me ajudar, por favor? Can you help me, please? Pode me ajudar, por favor? So you're going shopping. Com licença. Pode me ajudar, por favor? Excuse me, can you help me, please? So you could select the pair of shoes you like, try it on. Oh, good. Certo? Pode me ajudar, por favor? Can you help me, please? So they're gonna help you. But on the next one, you can see, so the person can clearly show that it is an emergency, like you got hurt or you needed an ambulance, you need the police, you need assistance, emergency, right? É uma emergência. So what do you shout? You say like, ajuda. Well, you could, you're still going to get help, you're still gonna have assistance. But what we most of the times we do, what we say is socorro. Socorro! Socorro! Certo? Tudo bem? Well, in seguida, let me just quickly show you what we would be doing next. So you see that we got loads of work to do. So next you could practice it. Practice. I'm gonna leave you this one as your homework. So ignore those boxes over there. Let me tell them to go away. We don't need you anymore. No. So let me tell you them that I don't need them anymore. Pronto, eles desapareceram. Então lá, o que você diz em cada uma destas situações? So what would you say that? The first one is, you want to go inside the room, but this person is standing right there at the door. You would like that person to move over. So what do you say? It's your homework, sua tarefa. And the next one, you're nicely playing some football with your friends, soccer, football. And then you kick the ball, chuta a bola, crash. You broke your neighbor's window. Ooh. You're probably going to apologize, right? You're going to apologize. How do you do that? Certo? And the last one is you fell off your bike, riding bike, and then you hurt your leg. You need an ambulance. What do you shout? Certo? Tudo bem, então? I hope you have enjoyed this little sample lesson I'm sharing with you. Obviously, not every session is the same, but it's just to give an idea of what my sessions are like, what my material is like, so you can hopefully join us, me and my little donkeys, my little friends there. Certo? Então, tenha uma ótima semana. Have a great week. E até breve. Tchau, tchau!